Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust, talking about the Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And we're going to go over the patch notes, but you do read the title correctly. The monuments have returned back to Rust Console Edition, the train yard, the water treatment plant, and the supermarket. And we're going to go over the patch notes here. If you didn't know, the skin store is live right now, so go ahead and update your systems if you haven't already. And we were supposed to do this earlier, but with scheduling and stuff, we kind of missed the boat on that. But we're going to show you the exclusive skin reveal, which is about a 30-second video too. And then we're going to go over the patch notes. So really exciting stuff. They've done a ton of work, so I'm really excited. So first, let's do one of the exclusive. Well, it's not really exclusive now because we can already see it. But one of the reveals we're supposed to do earlier on today. Check it out. Make sure the audio's off. Looking good, right? Yeah. The P2. That's a jammy. That's a good one. I tell you what, though, those pythons are going to be a thing once the power surge hits and we're able to put them inside of turrets at some point. That's going to be a... Ooh, look at that. With the crossbow. Yes, please. And a road sign. Oh, man, we're always using road sign. Pretty nice, right? Yeah! So if you haven't already seen it in the skin store, these are available for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, of course. So, yes, let's go over the patch notes, which are extensive. There is a lot of stuff. So I'm going to try to go through this very quickly and clearly as possible, as there is a lot to cover. So here we go. Okay, hello survivors. With a bunch of changes we go through, but the most important, again, the return of the three monuments: train yard, water treatment plant, and supermarket. I do have a train yard video if you're trying to do that monument. It is awesome. I will go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. Go check that out. These monuments will be present in some of the weekly servers after the weekly wipe, which is a soft wipe, not a BP wipe, and present on some of the monthly servers for the next wipe, which is October 28th. So, just to be clear, if your seed supports it and you're on a weekly server, as today is the update, and it is a Thursday, when that does go through, if that seed supports it, you should start seeing those on the weekly servers. So pop into some weekly servers and check them out. Water treatment plant, train yard, they're good monuments, trust me. If you want to camp stuff, water treatment all day, every day. Okay, so they've got a ton of stuff here in like a chapter list, so hopefully I can do this quickly and clearly. Crashes, gotta take a deep breath. Fixed a crash, or we're in the crashes section. Fixed a crash that could occur when selecting and or choosing a skin in the repair bench. Fixed a crash that would occur when loading audio speaker mode settings. Fixed a crash that could occur when adjusting attachments on a weapon or on weapons. I fixed a crash that could occur when opening the campfire furnace or large furnaces. Didn't run into that one. Fixed a crash that could occur when a foundation is destroyed with a lantern placed on it. That's interesting. Fixed a crash that could occur while firing the yoga pistol. I also didn't see that one too. I'm surprised we didn't. Fixed a potential crash from unplugged replugging headset whilst traversing platform menus. Interesting that that came back in the menus. Fixed a crash that could occur with certain animal animations played. Performance improvements. This is good across the board. And I have gone over some of these. Some of these are new for me. I made many improvements to game boot time. Also really good. It's exceptional, I think, considering the hardware and stuff. Because we played 2018 Rust on the PC, and it did not load quickly. And just so you know, the PC right now doesn't load quickly. But it also has HDRP. Anyways, fixed all the monument level of... level of detail, which are LODs. That were occupying 2 times the memory. Nice. So that's huge for the cores systems. Adjusted the number of particles on the effect of particle on fire effects to improve performance when new effects are being created. Excuse me. Many changes, improvements to netcode. I wonder if that's going to be some of the hit registry stuff that we saw occasionally. We'll be checking it out, right? We'll be doing it live. So, various performance improvements to smoke, which will be visually correct. More satisfying, and will increase FPS by a large margin. Jeez. Reduced a lot of unnecessary texture sizes to save memory. Also a beautiful thing. We know that was one of the biggest bottlenecks that we have seen across the board, especially for core systems. Remove various heat and haze effects which were not used and cost us performance and memory. Beautiful. Fix the outpost lights not turning off in the distance. This will help reduce the lag when looking in the direction of the outpost. Beautiful. Fixed a, okay, so we're into bug fixes, major. Fixed a game booting issue that would cause instability. Guards at the bandit camp will no longer shoot at animals. I think somebody was saying that they were. But we'll have to go ahead and check that. Fixed a bug where garage doors couldn't be closed when built next to metal armored rooftops. Ooh, actually, we didn't run into that one, but I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed research tables being unable to be damaged and or shot through. I'm surprised we didn't figure that one out. Fixed a bug which would cause the game to become unresponsive after the player is timed out from the server when the controller disconnected pop-up appears. Fixed a bug that caused a swimming player to, player unable to resurface out of the water. Fixed workbenches returning to full health when being picked up. Ah, that's a big one. So no longer can you use them to go around. Okay. Okay, nice. That's a balance change. That's good. Sleeping bags, fixed sleeping bags returning to full when being picked up. Oh. Fixed the gambling wheel bet input resetting to 0 when healing. Fixed an issue. Oh, you could really like jump that. Wow. Fixed an issue when opening platform menus would cause endless input, running forever, and shooting. Fixed a bug where Bradley would shoot at players inside of buildings. Okay, that we did run into. Fixed the issue which caused the launch site red keycard door emergency door open to not work without the auxiliary power switch. This button has been removed and will work correctly. Fixed an issue that would allow players to select non-hostile item in the safe zones, which could be swapped for a lethal weapon. Yep, we've done that. And there's some other good fixes for that too. I did see this earlier. Fixed gambling wheel showing incorrect number, making it look like the user has won when in fact you gambled poorly. Minor fixed respawning after dying from fall damage. I did see that. This could cause a player to die again from fall damage. Deep breath. Fixed an issue with game invites not passing the main menu after being accepted. Fixed a bug which would cause the main menu background to flash. Fixed auto sprint not working for the hold sprint input. Fixed a bug in which the rib and or rowboat could not be pushed. Fixed players being able to build through animals. Okay. Fixed fire caused by incendiary ammo not being exhausted on the coastline. Fixed a bug which would cause the camera inertia control setting to not save when moving the slider. Fixed cactus being ghosts while they're now solid. Okay. We had some cactus problems in the past few months ago. That's nice to see that's fixed. Deep breath. Fixed the repair bench not allowing the players to select the default skin again. Fixed items floating next to players if they're broke, aka poltergeist bug. Fixed a bug which outpost scientist patrol path would break upon becoming non-aggressive. They will now walk home and not run around frantically. Oh, that's sad. Fixed sunken crates and chests being able to spawn in the same location. No more duplicate loot. We did see this on other things too, where they would spawn immediately after. So that's cool. That's balance back in the economy. Fixed a bug which made players unable to give a sleeping bag. Fixed a case where skins would be removed if replacing doors in the same doorway and being picked up again. Fixed the boost multiplier option affecting analog acceleration when it shouldn't. Okay, so player schema. Fixed player rubber banding when walking into a shotgun trap. Fixed a bug which would cause the scientist's corpse to become naked when looting. Yeah, we confuse that with players. Fixed switching a tire with a dead player doesn't visually change until the player leaves the loot corpse UI. Fixed an issue that would cause the first person hand color to not match the player body color. Okay. Fixed a bug with bows which would cause flame arrows to not move correctly and the effect to be floating. Ooh, yeah, because that's like a huge beacon on your back, like, hey, come split my wig. Fixed an issue when loading an arrow into a bow which would be loose sometimes and end up on the player's back. Okay. Fixed an exploit which would, a lot of these we didn't even run into. They've really been knocking through this. Okay. Fixed an exploit which would allow the players to begin crafting an item and then cancel it in the queue, which would still affect achievement totals, allowing you to unlock, look at all my works, Ye Mighty and Despair. And now I have a machine gun achievements. Fixed the bear rug not providing comfort. That's awesome. And the extra bear fur really helps give you that 25% boost. That's awesome that they've got that one. A lot of stuff. Graphics. Fixed an issue with lanterns that would cause the screen to go completely black. Adjusted all glowing skins intensity based on distance. So no more lightning bug on the original skins that we got. Adjusted the crate spawns. Adjusted the crates which spawn in the harbor green room to prevent players from looting without entering the room. Ah, through the window, of course. Affected many different clothing items to prevent clipping and multiple combinations of clothing and player models. That shirt that's just, that ain't so tight anymore. Adjusted, man, there's so much stuff. We're like not even halfway through. Let me take a swig here. Tactical cylinder. Adjusted the lighting for the airfield blue keycard room and surrounding wall lights. This should now be brighter and not be so pitch black. Adjusted the hollow sight reticle as it was much larger than Steam. Oh, the PC version. Now it's much easier to see your target. Check this out. Optimized bandit camp covers, fences. Optimized bandit camp tire stacks. Optimized bandit camp dredge, which is where the casino wheel is. Optimized bandit camp wooden cabins and fixed many issues with tree marker decals not appearing on the trees and made the tree decals appear on top of the hit decals. Why do we need markers? We need to make sure we're hitting the middle of... Wait, we're hitting the middle, of course. I don't get it. But what this means is probably more memory being freed up across the board with those. As I know recently, the PC version also got another revamp with the bandit camp because it was leaking some performance. Okay, here we go. Man, so much. Minor, adjusted terrain mounds moved down so they could blend better with the ground. This has to do with looting. What do they call them? Scrap piles? Junk piles. Fixed various satellite dish monuments, rocks getting black corruption at certain distances. Okay, yeah, it was like an LOD thing. It would like, instead of having the texture map, it would just turn black. Which kind of, it would, if you were standing in between it, you could kind of see people and it would silhouette and stuff. Anyways, fix the hole in the wall at the launch sites. Players will no longer be able to escape the world and jump to their death. I didn't even know that was the thing. Fix the ability for a player to get stuck between the fuel tank and concrete barricade in the harbor. Didn't know you could do that either. Fix the Chinook crate, losing its wire fencing when viewing at different angles and distances. Fixed various textures on Beta X skins, which would cause the skin to look incorrect. Fix the white outline highlights sticking around on planted crops and hemp, and even when looking at the plants at distance. That's good. It was kind of like a beacon at night. Adjusted the power of the flashlight to increased range. Gives you a better looking effect and better usability. That's great. Fixed the pump jack ladder facing 90 degrees more than it should have. Pump jack. I'm trying to think where that is. I can't think of it. Fixed the stone fireplace not providing any light. Now your home will be much more comfy. Nice, much more functional, especially since we don't have the heaters yet in the snow biomes. Winter biomes. Fixed various reload animations that had floating bullets and casings. Fixed the player not being able to get stuck under the bridge at bandit camp. I did not do that. No more bridge trolls. Fixed an issue with the small water catcher causing rubber banding effect at the outpost. Fixed many different floating building and objects around monuments. Cool. Fixed the ability to see through the tunnel walls in various places in the sewers. Fixed the various issues with Miner's Hat, which made it incorrectly displayed. Nice, so hopefully that's more usable. Fixed various levels of detail, or LODs, disappearing and being incorrect at certain distances, causing invisibility on objects or blocky texture models. Models. I told you I couldn't read. Adjusted the female character model head to eliminate the seam in the neck. Fixed decals such as blood effects not correctly being attached to animals. Fixed various ice lakes and iceberg collision issues. We probably shouldn't have used the ice cubes from the fridge. Aw. I actually like the way those look. Fixed the ramp at the dome, which couldn't be walked over. Those pesky pipes won't stop you now. Oh. Okay. Audio. Remixed tons of UI sounds, remixed tons of in-game sounds, remixed adjustments for various player interactions, adjusted various footstep volumes and attenuation curves. Nice, because it's definitely a lot more audible here, right? Especially if you've got, I don't think I have any boots on, but you can hear the clickety-clack if you have a hazmat suit. Anyways, onward. Technical issues for a plethora of assets. Remove silence from the start of any weapon dry fire sounds. Minor, fixed voice not coming through and being able to be heard through the TV as players have no headset connected. Increased recycler grinding sounds as they were too quiet. Fixed an issue which caused rustling leaf sounds to always play whilst moving where a tree has fallen or felled. Fixed a bug that played the water monument sound effect when walking in locations below water levels. That was over at the launch site. I do remember that. Well, this will now only play when a player is actually in water. Fixed a bug. Are we almost there? We're like a little bit past halfway. My goodness, I told you it was a lot. There's some really good ones here too, so it's going to be worth sticking around. A bug that stopped the pickup sound playing when picking up items off the ground. Fixed an issue. Oops, I just lost my place. Fixed an issue that caused the scroll sound in the server list to not play when scrolling. Reduced the boat engine idle sound as it was far too loud. Adjusted the jackhammer audio positioning to better match that direction. Oh, okay, so alright. Reduced the tree hit marker volume. Majorly adjusted first person and third person sounds. Third person is for boats and for admins. Just saying. Fixed a bug which would cause non-stop ticking sound when having a full belt of weapons in the safe zone. Adjusted outside reverb with many different sounds to better match the direction and volume. This should allow players to locate each other better. Removed the boat movement splash sound and reduced its steering sound. Adjusted the tree spray sound effect as it was cutting off early. Fixed the majorly reported issue with the weapon audio panning. Okay, good. Adding water transition sounds and underwater ambient loop sounds. Definitions: remastered music based on the quality and mixdowns provided by the Steam version or PC version. UI. Reworked the majority of UI loot panels to flow much better and have visual improvements. Please tell me there's a stack fix in here. Fixed a bug which caused splitting. Oh, that's just right here. Which caused splitting an item to not work if there was an item on to the right of it. Okay, so like a deployable. Nice. Okay, perfect. Fixed a bug which caused the map scrolling to get stuck when the cursor was close to the middle of the screen. Platform-specific servers displaying their icons as cross servers. Flickering that could occur behind the inventory screen. An issue that caused the server list UI to not refresh when reaching the bottom. Fixing an issue causing the player to get stuck on the code lock screen and attempting to open the pause menu. I did see that a few times. Adjusted the key code UI so the panel would flash instead of the press button. No more spying on streamers' codes. That would flash instead of panel that will flash instead of the press button. Oh, okay. Was it okay? Would it like give up our codes? Fixed an issue which would cause storage UIs to be accessible after server updates. And then you'd have to restart the game. I do remember those. Fixed an issue which caused open and close door button prompt to be grayed out when there is an unlocked code key lock placed on it. Fixed storage boxes on Rib and Rowboat, showing more storage space than is available. Fixed an issue that would prevent the player from using their inventory while researching an item. Fixed a bug which also prevented crafting queue UI from scrolling when having more than 6 different items being crafted at the same time. That's really good. Minor fixes. A bug which would cause the last player name on connected servers to disappear. That's cool too. Closing the vending machine UI too quickly would prevent the name from being updated. Vending machine shop UI not updating the title instantly after being changed. Fixing a fixed vending machine map marker and name UI to change to the default name if the last user which was last changed the name was a user we've blocked. Well, that was the sentence. Fixed both headers on the vending machine which were called existing sell orders. This is now correctly called contents. It sounds more like database backend kind of naming, but this makes sense for players. Fixed legacy items not showing in the vending machine. The grenade launcher. Just saying. Maybe, possibly. Or maybe is it, actually I can probably show you here. The, maybe some of these guys. Like this. I don't think we had those there. There was some food items. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know if the grenade launcher's there or not. Where's the legacy item? Oh, geez. Trying to show you one. Maybe the rotten stuff? Anyways. Yeah, because there's definitely stuff in this list on the PC that we don't use, but it's still in there. So, anyways, that's what that is. What is this one? Fixed legacy. Okay, there we go. Fixed an item which made the death screen map not focus on the most recent death marker. Crafting UI button prompts not updating correctly when near to workbenches. Crafting multiple numbers showing the incorrect amount when you could not afford the max amount. Fixed an issue which caused the crafting UI stats tab to show 100% stats for everything. Added auto-scrolling text for a UI which have larger amounts of text. Fixed an issue which stops players placing water jugs into fridges, fresh and cold. I did not know you could do that either. Fixed the what's new pop-up opening immediately closing after a flicker, if we've already seen what's new. Fixed an issue when scrolling skins too quickly on the repair bench would cause white boxes to show. A bug where some traps would display their player names even when streamer mode was enabled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Issue which caused teams to display the player name in streamer mode. Also, big thank you for that one. That's huge. In-game player reporting confirmed button background from clipping into the button prompts, slightly stopping any confusion. Slightly stopping any confusion from overlaps. Okay. Fix an issue that would cause an item to be still be highlighted after the crafting queue is complete. Remove the mute quick chat and mute players option from the player in-game menu. That's good because it was confusing. We actually found out we could talk to people. Yeah, so fixed hammer rotation button prompt being displayed incorrectly. This will now change from top facing button to left button for rotation. This will affect building blocks, auto turrets, vending machines, tool cupboards, and workbench. Okay, so it sounds like the order of operations where it gets rotated, if I'm understanding that correctly. Fixed an issue on the keypad causing the share button to not correctly, or the, would that be select in old button parlances, to not be correctly inputted by the number 8 on the keypad. So the share button. Ghost icons appearing when joining a server and having more items not in the first slot. Okay. UI localization. Fix the kick dialog pop-up displaying as banned in Portuguese. Sorry for scaring you. If you're good, you won't be banned. Fixed sizing on the how to build tip. Is it being changed to its unintended size? Fixed navigation bar button overlapping multiple buttons. Multiple buttons are showing with long text. Added much more kanji to fix missing characters for Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. Fixed backend text which appeared when refilling items at the workbench. Fixed. Oh. Backend text. Yeah, that was like hashtag 11. It was like a. I think it was like a variable or whatever. Fixed backend text which appeared small wooden boxes on the rib. Fixed death screens showing backend text if you died to a cactus. They actually hurt you? Update credits with more members of the team. Fixed backend text from the blocked user pop-up when joining a server when blocked players are present. Replaced some Russian translation to make much more sense in this context. Balance. You ready for this? This is a big one. Adjusted HQM, stone, sulfur quarries to be more in tandem with the PC version of Rust in terms of resource output. Start claiming those quarries. Fixed screen effects are always being turned off for players. This one hurts. Turned off for players, which turned it off during the days of early access. So if you have an account that had that, we're all going to get the screen effects turned back on. Boo! But hey, it's fair for everybody. Adjusted the head look speed to be slower and have limitations, so I think you can no longer look down and then rotate back to see all the way behind you. Quality of life. Reduce the outpost turret. These are big for us. Reduce outpost turret firing zone. It was too large. Added a new sentry to cover the blind spot. Thank you. Fix the bypass safety zone in the bandit camp. Yes, you ready? Jerry, the guard, now stands in the center of the room. No more trolling the recycler. Thank you. Increase the bandit camp prevention building zone from 95 meters to 150 meters, and the safe zone from 95 meters to 120 meters. That's more in line with the PC. Adjusted the lighthouse prevention building zone to be more centered and increase the size from 40 meters to 60. Completely reworked the blocking system. The blocking and muting works both ways for voice chat and also correctly blocks text from other players. Vending machines and sleeping bag markers will now merge together on the map as per the PC version. That's great. I'm going to take another sip because, my goodness. Okay, minors. Adjusted the saturation decline for low health effects to be more subtle. Thank you. Adjusted server Adjusted server kicking player when inactive on death screen previously was 15 seconds is now increased to 90. This is huge. Another big one, because this is on PC. Added recyclers to the outpost and adjusted the repair bench location. We now will have 3 recyclers. Thank goodness. Adjusted the player head hitbox to be bigger and correctly aligned. However, this is still being tweaked. Adjusted maximum vending machine characters to named to 16 characters to prevent needless mega super duper long names. Added the ability to cancel out of connecting status when attempting to join a server in the server list if your internet connection is having trouble. Fixed the front of the fridges so they are solid and no more hiding for you. I'm not sure if that was like an invincible item there for a minute. Fixed a bug that caused dead players to be unlootable underwater. Player bodies will now float to the surface of the ocean. Adjusted strafing underwater so that the player won't suddenly move diagonally when slightly moving sideways. Added an option for players to block and unblock other players in reporting UI. And added a new menu called Voice Activity to see players who were talking nearby, found in the pause menu and pressing the right stick. And there we go. That's all of the stuff coming in. These are the patch notes. A lot of really good quality of life things. The fact that we've got the monuments back in, a lot of those annoying bugs, and it's just so nice to see the fixes. And man, the bandit camp and the recycler, the bandit camp guard being in the middle of the floor, beautiful. The recyclers, beautiful. Okay, so that was a super long video. So again, if you found this useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. And if you think this is something you would like to watch in the future, consider dropping that subscribe and turning on those notifications. We'll wrap this one up because I'm out of breath, and we'll see you guys soon live in the Rust Console Edition on the Xbox and PlayStation. Love you. Bye. So let's do it. Let's do it like this, maybe? Like this? Pencils of Promise.